So now we're going to get into the TRX chop. And this is our terminology here in the studio. This is not, if you look up on any of the materials of TRX, they won't reference this exercise as a chop. I'm not sure what they call the movement. I call it a chop because it's taken from the Great Cook and a little bit of PNF, that diagonal chop where you're doing a vertical pull in and then you're going into this push. So again, I'm kind of stealing one from the pages of Great Cook and Lee Burton with that. So you're going to be facing your anchor point and you want the feet facing the anchor point. We're using a single handle setup. Now, there is a left and a right component to this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do all to the right. And the reason being, this is important, I'm going to grab the TRX. If I'm going to the right with the handle, I'm going to grab the handle, my dominant hand, with the right hand. Does that make sense? So I'm to the right, my right hand has it. Then I'm going to use the hand that's coming across my body and go here. So this is my finished position. Because of that, again, because of the difference in hand positioning, you can't alternate this movement. It makes it really, really awkward. So we'll always do all left and then we'll do all right. So again, I have it here. I'm setting up, facing my anchor point, right hand's here. From this position now, I'm going to lower myself to the ground. So here and now. So this is where I'm going to get into that vertical pull. I'm going to pull and then rotate where it becomes a push. And Lily, what I always tell people, watching the lines in my clothing, you can see where the areas of emphasis in the musculature you're working. So when I'm here, almost watch the lines on my shirt, and you'll see how it changes going there. So we would have everybody go to one side, then they would switch. So if I'm going to this side, then I would go left hand and going to this side. So a few things you want to focus and emphasis and coach up. Make sure they're pressing into the ground, right? So when they're coming up, you'll see people almost feel like they're losing their traction, means they're losing contact and ground. So press into the ground, create some tension there. Let's make sure our feet are square. We don't want to see the feet pivoting. We want to see the rotation coming from here, coming through the core and through the trunk musculature. Next thing is I always recommend eyes go where the hands are going. So have them look down here as opposed to looking out. Okay, so again, just have them rotating and pressing here. This arm should be locked out. Big secondary recruitment from the triceps because you're doing elbow extension. So you're going to notice people saying, wow, I'm also feeling my arms. That's not a bad thing. A lot of secondary involvement here from the tricep. So that is your TRX chop.